And moving on to another controversial aspect to the Kingdom Hearts series, which at this point almost everything can be controversial, and that would be the story of the game. But let's not get into the big topic about Roxas yet. Let's get into the fact that apparently we're starting in Twilight Town for the tutorial world, which I think threw me off a little bit, but apparently we're jumping back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 days of Twilight Town, which I'm perfectly fine. I love Twilight Town. I think a lot of people. I do like the tutorial area in Kingdom Hearts 2. Yes, it was a little too long, and some parts could be cut out. But the question is, why is he here? Why is he at Twilight Town? Are we gonna jump back in time? Because at the end of 2.9, it was pretty clear Sora was set on we're going to Mount Olympus. And then we cut to Twilight Town? Does Sora have an idea? It's like, oh, okay, let's do a pit stop before we go there. Does he remember something and we need to go there and check on something? I mean, okay. Obviously, I think since we're going there first, I think Xemnas and Ansem that show up in that cutscene in the trailer, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. Even that's probably going to happen after Olympus, because now that I think about it, he was in his Kingdom Hearts 3 clothes. So apparently I'd assume we're going to go back there multiple times, but I just find it odd we're going to Twilight Town. I think that's about it. I mean, I have no problem going back there. I love Twilight Town. It's one of my favorite worlds. I'm a little confused on the context of going there, right off the bat. Maybe it happens in the past, and it's right before Dream Drop Distance, Sora went to Twilight Town to practice some struggle. And doodly-doodly-doo, we're going back in time. Maybe. Not positive about that. That clearly takes away my thought of the tutorial being us playing as young Xehanort or young Ericus, sadly. I don't think we're going back in time to play as him. I think that would have been cool though, but I do think that would probably lead to a 2 or 3 hour detour. It would probably be like Roxas length of tutorial, probably. Because I would think if we're going back in time, it would have some bigger prominence than just, oh, it's a tutorial area. Nah, we're playing as young Xehanort or young Ericus. It's going to be bigger, so it's going to be decently long. So, I'm curious about why we're going to Twilight Town. Nonetheless, let's move on to the big thing. Oh man, I already made an entire video about this. Yes, Roxas is probably coming back. No, he is coming back. There's 100%, 10 out of 10, he's coming back. There's really no question about it. If he doesn't come back, then I don't know what the point of the foreshadowing in the previous games were. I don't know if hell the foreshadowing inside this game were for. I'm not a huge fan of it. Again, I accept that as happening. My main hope is it's not the focus of everything. It's a very short focus for a short period of time. It doesn't envelop the game. I hope the main focus is waking up Vin and Aqua. I have a feeling maybe even trying to get Terra back for a minute. Maybe then figuring out, oh, we can't do it. We've got to do something else. Something like that, because otherwise if Terra comes back, then what was the point of having Axel be a Keyblade wielder? There's a lot of things in here you can make assumptions on why they came back or why they're here. And you can assume what characters aren't going to come back. Like Terra is probably not going to come back. But big question is, how dark will this game go? We're apparently bringing people back, but I assume we're probably gonna kill people because Nomura said this will be a much darker game than any of the games before, which makes sense. Usually the final episode or final movie or final game in a series is the darkest because that's when shit hits the fan. And it's been a topic of, there's some people who will die. Will somebody die? Again, my thoughts probably Terra, Riku will die, maybe Goofy, because, I think that bump on his head is probably gonna finally get him. I mean, come on. That was a big ol' hit. But for real, Riku's arc's pretty much over. He's had enough with darkness. He's grown a lot. It's time for him to maybe die. I can't remember. I could have sworn Nomura might have said that he doesn't die. But if he doesn't die, then Terra, I mean, come on. Come on. Your only redemption is to sacrifice yourself to kill them. Honestly. That is the only real way of redemption at this point. I mean, maybe you could kill him, but Sora's the one that's supposed to do all that fluffy stuff. So Terra, most likely, I think, is the #1 candidate for dying in this next game. Especially if you're going to make it a darker game, that kind of indicates some bad shit will happen and somebody will die. I don't know if it's going to get a T rating for the game, but you never know. It hit E10 plus in Kingdom Hearts 2 for alcohol use. So you don't know, maybe they're gonna get drunk and wasted. I don't know, I like to see Donald get wasted. But hopefully with the Darkest Story, Nomura will take risk and do something shocking that will change and move Sora's character forward, like actually developing him. Sorry, he needs to do something. Something needs to happen with him. Again, my assumption was he's gonna grow from Roxas's memories. I didn't actually expect him to try to bring him back. That kind of threw me for a little loop when we saw that in the trailer. I was like, alright guys, yeah, we're gonna develop Sora, man. He's gonna get new characters. He's gonna learn, oh yeah, not everybody's bad, not everybody's perfect either. There's a mixed area in there. So some people gotta do what they gotta do when they gotta do it. So Sora's gonna understand that. He's gonna grow as a person. He's gonna be like, ah man, this is a depressing world, but it's okay. I'm gonna get through it, but I gotta understand not everything's black and white and all that stuff. But no, he's gonna try to bring back Roxas, because that's the answer. Gotta bring back Roxas. Again, hopefully that has prominence and not just Sora wanting to do this to save his friends. But still, they can develop his character. Please do something with Sora's character. Same thing with Kairi. She's actually going to be part of the game, so develop her some. She needs some character. She needs actually screen time. Biggest thing, just don't make Roxas' side arc thingy main focus of the story unless, or for a short period of time, if it's plot prominent. But aside from that, we, getting away from that topic, let's look at the worlds that we have so far. We have Corona. I like me some Tangle. It's a good world. Toy Story, Twilight Town. Oh wait, Toy Story, big one. Woo! But it's not like I'm in Twilight Town, Tutorial World apparently, Mysterious Tower, and Big Hero 6, we haven't seen anything from yet. Aside from that, the biggest ray of hope to me is having these worlds be a lot more than filler. Something that I've talked about before so far, Mount Olympus or Toy Story have been connected to the story already, and that is very promising for the rest of the story, as pretty much every other world in every game has been pretty much filler except for Kingdom Hearts 1. And a few worlds sprinkled here and there. So honestly, again, I've said this, Mount Olympus is the most plot prominent world I think we have ever had in any of the games, because there is actually a clear reason to the plot and the characters in the story that fit together. Sora trying to become a hero, then going to meet with a person that had the same problem as him. He had to figure out how to become a hero. And there you go. There's actual reason for Mount Olympus to be a world in accordance to the plot. It's beautiful. And I hope that happens a lot more in this game. There's not going to be as many worlds, which perfectly fine. Quality over quantity. That's I think a lot of people say. And I'm glad they're doing this, which Nomura said. They're putting a lot more into each world, making it longer, making it more fun to go throughout the world, to travel, look around it, rather than, oh, we got a few dungeon areas, we gotta go in here, fight some Heartless, and you're out of there, and a few story elements in a boss fight, and you're out of there. I'm glad we're doing this new focus, and hopefully they will all have prominence to the plot in some way, because that will advance and make the story so much better. It will feel a lot less than filler. And overall, world-wise, I have no complaints so far. We got the Pixar world being one of my favorite movies. Mount Olympus, well yes, we've had it in almost every game. Completely different area though, and looks absolutely amazing. Looks a bunch of different areas too that look really big. And we have Corona. I really like Tangled, and so far it's a beautiful world. We haven't seen that much with it. We've only really seen the area with the tower, I believe. But it looks beautiful so far. Then we have Big Hero 6, which is a really good movie, and the environment, oh, if they can nail it. I'm really curious if they'll have they've got to have people walking around the town or the city, and then cars going and stuff. That, it's gonna feel so lively. Hopefully, if they nail it. But San Francisco, that could be a beautiful world. And hopefully, now that Pixar seems to be open, we will have a ton more. Hopefully, Pixar worlds, as they have some of the best Disney movies, and also them working with Pixar can advance the storytelling of each world better, because some of the storytelling in those worlds, even if I like them a lot, they weren't the best. They didn't have the exact heart that movies had. So far, honestly, Toy Story, just the few cutscenes we have, they feel a lot more in tune with the movies as they are barely happening after Toy Story 2. And it is canon. Come on, Toy Story 4, show me young Xehanort. That'd be beautiful. Oh, that'd be really weird, actually, but apparently the story for this next game for Toy Story is canon, and hopefully the storytelling in each world will be better as he is working with John Lasseter from Pixar, which that is pretty damn cool. Now, one strange thing that Nomura mentioned is apparently people were wondering if we're going to go back to these worlds twice, as there's not going to be many, so we're going to come back again, maybe like they did in Kingdom Hearts 2. And apparently, no, he said they're doing it a different way of how we're moving from world to world. I have no idea what that means. Maybe we got like a quest checklist and we got to go back to worlds to do I don't know. Gotta like go to this world to get something done, then come back to this world to do something. That sounds like a lot of back and forth. But he says he's going to explain that later, like other stuff he's going to explain later, but we don't know everything, so we gotta wait. But as for the story overall, I really kind of like where they're going with it. I like that it's going to be darker, and it's kind of easy to tell what the plot's going to be from the main game. The Seer of Darkness trying to get their 13th vessel, and we're trying to find, I guess, another vessel? No, we're trying to wake up Aqua and Ventus. What am I talking about? And we're trying to maybe get back Terra, and then we're going to cut Clash at the end and forge the Keyblade. Maybe we got to stop them from doing that. I'm sure they're going to be twists in there. I'm positive there are, because Maleficent and Pete are looking for the box. What's in the box? We don't know. Plot twist ensues, stuff happens, and I'm pretty sure there's still going to be a clash and Sora's going to fight Xehanort, so I think the main plot is going to be the same. We're going to get to points where we know we're going to fight Xehanort, unless I doubt the Masters will show up. I doubt a whole lot will be affected from the... I don't want to say that it's not going to be affected by Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, because right now, again, other than the box and maybe Lucio, we have no idea the real connection between that game. Oh yeah, also Ventus. So it could have a huge role in the game, it could have very little. So there could be a big plot twist that ensues, but I still believe we're going to fight Xehanort in the end, and the main focus is going to be like I just said a minute ago. I'm excited to see what it's going to be. I'm just kind of excited for this arc to be over, because no matter how much I enjoy it, the plot has got very convoluted in a lot of ways. Again, yes, the base story is not confusing, just the details inside the story that are the confusing part of it. I don't think some people understand. You can have a complicated story with a lot of lore and plot twist and just things to try to figure out and put together. A lot of movies have done this. Game of Thrones tells a great story with a lot of lore, and you gotta put everything together to try to figure it out, and it's complicated, but it's not convoluted. You can create a story that's complicated and you gotta figure things out without it being convoluted, which honestly, Kingdom Hearts has gone into that realm of convoluted, so. But after this, we'll get to Kingdom Hearts 4, clean slate, figure things out from there, but I am still excited for the conclusion of this. I'm gonna get emotional as hell, no matter what, by the end of this game, but either way, I'm looking forward to it. And now, finally, the release date release window that we recently got, and apparently many are thinking that's definitely going to get delayed. I mean, look at the game. It doesn't even look finished. Not even close to finish. And, well, yes, the game doesn't look 100% finished. Again, trailers aren't the exact look of where they're at right now, most likely. Apparently, these trailers, I think especially the previous one, that trailer was supposed to be released in April. Probably earlier. That was supposed to be part of the winter news until it got delayed. I think it was actually maybe supposed to be earlier than that. But since Final Fantasy 15 got delayed, everything got pushed. Everything got pushed. So these trailers could have been things they made a while back. And they could be far ahead of us right now. So I think people questioning the state of the game, we don't know where they are completely. Nomura has pretty confident in what he's said in many of the interviews, and even threatened to delay it, that boy don't play, because people keep thinking it's going to get delayed. And he seems pretty dang confident about 2018. He doesn't say he's confident about the release, like what actual date in 2018, but he seems very confident about the year, which that is perfectly fine. I have confidence right now. I won't be completely surprised if it's delayed. I'm not going to say that. I'm not wiping that off the slate, but I do have much more on the side if it's going to be released in 2018 than it's not. I'm never getting too confident about anything. I'll just say that. But still, he seems very confident. I'm pretty damn confident about it. And again, the trailers don't say everything that we have right now. But also, there is a big thing. There is apparently going to be a big event in the Japanese version of D23 for Kingdom Hearts. I don't think they said it was like it's not like a Final Fantasy 15 jamboree like they had for it. I think it's going to be still bigger. I hope it's not closed door. I hope we get a lot of things from it. We get a new trailer from it probably. But I think that will be the day or the time that we get the actual release date for the game. I believe it either happens in January or December. I'll probably put a link to the article saying this. But that will probably be the big moment when we get the release date for the game. Now also, if you notice some things previous to this, right now Kingdom Hearts actually posts things, like the Twitter actually posts things about Kingdom Hearts. And once a company starts actually promoting a game, that's when you know they are pretty damn confident about its release. They know that it's coming up, we're getting ready, and we're promoting the hell out of it. It hasn't hit full swing yet, but when it does, you will know that they are pretty damn confident about it. And if they do a delay, it will most likely be like a month or two. It won't be anything huge. So, either way, that is my long talk about my thoughts of Kingdom Hearts 3 and everything that's in it. Probably missed some topics. There's a lot of things to talk about, honestly, for the game. And if you question my hype for the game, no, I am over the top excited about the game. I could be more excited about the game when we actually have the game. But this is a game we've all been waiting for a long time, whether you say it's 13 years or it's 5 years. Either way, it's been years, and I am really looking forward to this game. I still don't think it's hit me that it's got a release window for 2018. When we actually see the game starting to be put out on shelves, I think it'll hit me, which that could be a while, but still, yeah, whatever. If you have any questions about my thoughts on other things, just ask down in the comments. What do you think about Kingdom Hearts 3 right now? Are you excited about it? Do you have worries about the game? But yeah, my name is Arcane. I'm gonna go get something to drink because that was a lot of talking, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.